What is going on, everybody? Chris Hurtado here again with the Hurtastic Reviews. It's Monday, and we're not doing the Bergman series anymore because my buddy and fellow YouTuber Nathan Jones had to end up taking my time for that for his own channel, so you know what? I'm going to forgive him for that. But today I figured, it's Monday, I have the day off. I'll do a video where I just show off what I've been picking up the last week or two. Because, I've realized I haven't really been showing what I've been getting. So, my collection's been growing. And, I have no evidence that it is. But, yeah, so let's start with some Blu-ray pickups that I've had for the last week or two. So, first of all, my collection in the back. Yes, it looks cool, but I have a lot more than just that. I just don't have the shelfware. I actually have one right behind the camera, and then another one that's filled downstairs. But yeah, anyway, don't know why I said that. Let's move on. So, with the first pickup I made, the latest pickup I made, I should say, is one of my favorite movies of 2018 is Robert Redford in The Old Man and the Gun. If you haven't seen this movie, it's such a great film. It's really just about, it's based on a true story. Basically what it means is a guy did this stuff, and Robert Redford was old enough to take the role. But this is just a gorgeous cover and slip with it. It was $20, a little pricey, but your boy luckily somehow managed to get the price lower. I don't think I'm allowed to say how I did it, but I did. It has to do with codes of sorts. Anyway, let's move on. Next pickup I made, one of my favorite films by Spike Lee now is BlacKkKlansman. Yeah, this is the 4K edition. That's $11 at Best Buy. I don't know why they're doing that because it's actually cheaper than the Blu-ray. But you know what? If it means I can get this movie at a higher quality and a better price, then I'm happy and I'm not complaining. But recently watched it with my roommate Seth, and it was awesome. I picked up a lot more on what I missed out in that first viewing. I just know I left the theater stunned in 2018 in the summer. Adam Driver's so good in this movie. I actually really forgot he was. And John David Washington, great performance from that guy. He's becoming a really good actor. He was also an Old Man and the Gun too for a small part with Casey Affleck. But BlacKkKlansman takes place, I think, in that early 1970s. He's trying to break up the Klan in Colorado, and he does it with style and a lot of powerful messages. Let's move on. Next thing, I live here in Springfield, Missouri. If nobody knew, and if you're around, please put a comment below, and maybe we can meet up and talk sometime about movies. For all I know. So we have a place here called Entertain Mart, and usually I get a lot of really good deals there. But actually they sent out an alert if it's a buy one get one free under $20 deal. So I was like, oh, there's some Criterions there for $20 I've had my eye on. So I ended up using that, and I picked up this bad boy. It's Michelangelo Antonioni's Blow Up, 1966 Criterion. The thing that makes me mad is this thing doesn't stay through all the way, but whatever. But haven't seen this film. It's been on my radar for a while, mostly because I've known a lot about Brian De Palma's Blow Out with John Travolta, and that movie was inspired by this film. And this movie is basically about this photographer who thinks he might have captured a murder in the park, and it's basically him spazzing out. $20, I got this and Mulan double feature for free, basically for my girlfriend and I to watch. But, it also has Herbie Hancock's jazz score in this movie, which is one of the reasons I did want to see it, because I love Herbie Hancock's music. So, yeah, I got that bad boy. Whew. Flying through all this stuff. But the next pickup I made was actually an eBay steal, and if anybody knows anything about me, is I'm constantly on eBay. It's where I make a lot of my purchases, and I get a lot of deals that way. But this one was one of my favorite steals that my girlfriend really pushed me to get, mostly because of the cover. It's actually becoming probably one of my favorite Coens, if not my favorite Coen Brothers film, and that is the Criterion edition of Inside Llewyn Davis. Look at that cover with the kitty. It looks like my cat Jonesy. I wish she was here. I'd probably show her off. I don't think she's been on the channel, I think, probably annoying us. But yeah, Inside Llewyn Davis, 2013 or 14? Yeah, 13. Oscar Isaac gives a powerful performance. His co-stars are Adam Driver and John Goodman, in a appearance by Justin Timberlake, which has one of the best songs ever called Mr. Kennedy, where he goes like, "Please, Mr. Kennedy." I love that song. But Adam Driver's just really deep voice. But you get Poe Dameron and Kylo Ren in one scene, which is great to see. But Inside Llewyn Davis is about a folk singer in like the 1960s, I think. Yeah, and he's got like down on his luck, and it's basically before Bob Dylan's time. It's kind of loosely interpreted by this real performer. Forgot its name, but this movie's just a well-written film and well-acted. Oscar Isaac is amazing. He didn't even get a nom. He actually sings the song, sings songs in this movie. He didn't get a nomination for it. But this probably is one of the more overlooked Coen Brother films. It's free on if you have Amazon Prime. But I snagged this bad boy for $15, and it's basically brand new. It was from a library in Seattle. Perfect condition. It actually just popped up on my mailbox. I was surprised. Inside Llewyn Davis. Happy I have it now. Next one was I bought right at the end of 2018. I told my girlfriend because it was her birthday on New Year's Eve. I said I got to end 2018 right, and she said, "What you mean?" We went to Best Buy, and I've been saving, not saving, but looking forward to buying this thing for a long time, and I finally did. And that calls back to my childhood. Is the Steelbook edition of the Pokemon first 3 films on Blu-ray. Oh man, I cannot wait to pop this in and just see Mewtwo and the clones of the Pokemon going against the trainer's original Pokemon. Seeing Lugia, Entei. Ah man, these movies I grew up watching, except Pokemon 3. That's my least watched. But 2000 and the first movie, I had them in those like soft shell cassette cases on VHS. But yeah, this thing is gorgeous. It was $20 on sale, and I know this thing, once it's gone, it's gonna be hard to get. But yeah, I got this $20. So happy I have it. Next one, I did some pawn shopping, and I stumbled upon this film for $4. Not the best edition, but it was brand new when I bought it for $4. Is Rogue One, a Star Wars story. This is the only one I really needed in the collection to like have the most up to date. I had my eye on the Steelbook, but it was like $25 or $30 on resale. I just never pounced on the price. I was waiting for like a deal where I could buy that and get something for free, but it just didn't happen. But I do have the standard that's brand new. I already opened it, but $4 for this. This thing usually goes from like $8 to $16. I know Disney loves to charge for it new, like $24, which makes no sense. But you know what, Disney? I found this brand new at a pawn shop for $4, and you're not getting the profit for it. So I'm pretty happy about that. Next one I got this on a deal for $12 on eBay, is Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Come on. If you haven't seen this movie, I don't think you even had a childhood. Mark Hamill remains still the best Joker to date with his appearance in this movie. The best, debatably, Batman animated film. I would say Sub-Zero is up there. I would also probably say Under the Red Hood. But I mean, Mask of the Phantasm. Man, I remember watching this movie on VHS for free at Family Video as a kid all the time. Such a good movie. We actually started recently rewatching it, but we didn't finish it because you have to pay attention. But yeah, $12 for this bad boy. Now I have to get Sub-Zero. So moving on. Another pawn shop haul I did with Rogue One. It was Fruitvale Station, which is Ryan Coogler's, I think it's his first film? Yeah, directorial debut. Michael B. Jordan, who I adore. He obviously collaborated with Coogler in a Black Panther and in Creed 1, duh. And yeah, I haven't seen this film. My friend Nathan, who also has a YouTube channel, saw this movie recently and it knocked him out. Man, I've been really looking forward to seeing this movie. It's kind of pricier if you get it like new, and the fact that I found it for $4 at a pawn shop, because they had like if you get 4, like I think it's like $4 films, but if you get 5 of them, it's like $15 or something like that. So I did that with Fruitvale. It's hard every time I find it on a pre-owned. The case is messed up, but this is actually the better looking case. People, when you're selling your stuff to the pawn shop, please take care of the cases for me, please. Anyway, really happy to see this soon. We'll skip that one for now. Another one of those pawn shops that went with it is the film Prisoners. Really recommended by my friend Seth and Nathan. And Daniel, my friend, as well, has seen it. Prisoners, I have not seen it. I've been told if you love like Nightcrawler, which I do, you'll love this movie. Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman. It just mesmerized me that Hugh Jackman is in this crazy movie called like Prisoners, and yeah, I got it for $4 again as part of that sale. So I guess I saved more. Denis Villeneuve is the director. Yeah, I just need to see this movie. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet. It's gonna go there with Fruitvale Station. It's like, you know, movies that I like, must-watch movies that I kind of missed out on. I know Nathan enjoys this movie so much. I think he even has a poster of it. So, very happy with it. Can't wait. But the biggest pickup I had recently, it's kind of like a story time thing. So I went to the pawn shop near where I'm doing teaching, and you know, I picked up Prisoners, Fruitvale Station, and like a couple other things. But the final one, and I didn't even see it at first. I had to look back at everything just to make sure, because I'm very thorough when I'm looking at pawn shops. You're looking for those hidden gems all the time. And 2018 gave me, and I don't mean to brag, but I am kind of bragging. 2018 blessed me very well with finding Dogma brand new for $7 on Blu-ray. I also found My Bloody Valentine for $4 as well. And I found Dawn of the Dead, the Blu-ray, the 1970s George A. Romero version, for $3 at a FYE in Kansas City. So, I mean, I've been pretty blessed so far this past year. And 2018 was not so different, because this isn't the second version, but it's just my copy that I'm keeping for myself. But I found a second copy at the pawn shop. It's My Bloody Valentine. I found 2 of them in the span of a year or so. This is my copy, which I won't be selling. But, yeah, I mean, the fact that I found 2 of them in my area was insane. If you haven't seen this movie, it is awesome. It is dynamite. I can't recommend it enough. But, you know, it was really nice to find a second one, honestly. Just because it cannot blow my mind. I'm sorry, Danny, if you're watching this video. I know you're upset with me about it, because he actually loves this movie a lot, too. But, yeah, I love horror movies. And, you know, this is one of those films that kind of got out of my reach. I just never really knew too much about it. When I did know about it, obviously it's a very hard movie to get a hold of, unless it's like a stream or something. But yeah, I'm going to set that aside. It's been a great couple weeks of like picking up movies from like pawn shops. You got to be thorough with those things. You can't like mess around. You got to go there weekly. You have to double check. You got to start building relationships with those pawn shoppers. I was going to say pawn stars. But you know, they'll let you know some of the good stuff that's there. Maybe strike some deals. And check like your resale stores all the time. But yeah, you know, this hasn't been a Hertastic review, but it's more like been a Hertastic pickups, I guess. I don't know what I would call that. Anyway, Chris Hurtado again with another video, and I'm happy that you all got to check in and see what I've seen and purchased. And hopefully, if you like have any luck, please post in the comments below what you've picked up recently. I love hearing these stories of finding treasure in places nobody would have thought they'd be in, or people didn't know what they had. But yeah, anyway, you have a fantastic Monday, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope to see you again around soon. See ya.